Another memorable moment for us was a patient who I kind of mentioned earlier who said, I don't want to take pictures with my family anymore because of these wrinkles, and I just don't know if this is right for me. And then to have them see them on social media with their family, and that's just like really warms our heart. If you're considering it, just do it. Because it's wonderful. There's going to be hills and valleys. These ranchers would come in and they did not want to go to dermatology. Let me just set the everything straight. Dermatology is important.
What's going on, everybody? Kyle Powers here, Haven Real Estate Group at eXp Realty, here with another episode of Local Legends of the Flint Hills, where business meets community. I've got a very special guest with me here today. This is Ashley Oliphant with Lemonade Aesthetics. Ashley, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. I'm excited to chat with you.
Yeah, no, I'm excited too, because again, this is being honest, as a male, I don't necessarily get into this kind of stuff. So I'm excited to hear about your business and what you guys do here and all that stuff. So Ashley, take us back, right? Like, what actually inspired you and what was like, okay, I have to do this business? Where did that come from for you?
Yeah, so I'm originally from Wamego and left for 20 years as I went to college and lived in Kansas City a lot and Baltimore and Texas. And then we moved back here to Manhattan about 4 years ago. So I was working my jobs in Kansas City, nurse practitioner now for 13 years, and just had experience from the skincare world for several years. And when I was moving back here to Manhattan, I just realized that I had so much to share with the community about our skin and health. And so I had this vision to start my own practice and share all my knowledge with you all.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So I guess, and we talked about this a little off camera, but you know, the name, right? Everyone, I know for me, it's always a curiosity, right? Lemonade Aesthetics. Where did you come up with that, and what's the importance behind that?
So any entrepreneur out there, or one that wants to be, one of the first things you have to do is come up with a name for your business. And so my husband and I were riding in the car and brainstorming, and you're looking up all the words that are similar to beauty and trying to figure out what could our business name be. And we came across Lemonade, and it was the end of the pandemic. So we were just like, it's bright. It just fits with the time. And so it would be memorable and not like everything else. And so that was just important to me. And then we came up with the tagline, take the lemons of aging and make lemonade.
I love that. That's awesome little twist to it there. So you went from being a nurse practitioner. I didn't realize that. That's really cool. And then did you have like the passion for skincare and things that way? Where did that actually come from?
Yeah, well, actually, I did work in a lot of urgent cares and some primary care, but mostly urgent care. In Texas, we were out in a rural area with a lot of ranchers, and I actually tell this story to a lot of my patients because when they ask some of where my passion for skincare started, these ranchers would come in and they did not want to go to dermatology. And let me just set the everything straight. Dermatology is important, but they were either going to cut a mole off with their pocket knife, or they were going to let me do it more sterile and clean and safer. And so I got a lot of experience with suturing and just a lot of skincare in that realm, and just kind of carried that through my career and on into a lot more aesthetic training. So that's kind of where that all began.
So cutting moles off ranchers. I love it.
Yeah, all kinds of things. Suturing things, suturing tongues, just things that we're in a rural area, so people don't want to drive 30 minutes to an hour to get more intensive treatments or specialty treatments. But I don't advise that, but I'd rather you not use a dirty pocket knife.
All right, so Ashley, talk to me a little bit about what you guys do here. Obviously, you're working in aesthetics and skincare, and you said it earlier too, where you're teaching people how to care for themselves and things that way. But talk to us a little bit about what you offer and what that looks like.
Yeah, so you mentioned that males that you don't receive treatments.
You're gonna
but
be
if,
like, no, you can, you should.
if you do, that is just fine. We do see men. We see the majority women, but we do see males in our clinic. But what we do is we do a lot of neurotoxin or wrinkle relaxers like Botox. We do carry 5 different neurotoxins, so Botox, Daxiphyte, Dysport, Xeomin, and Latibo. So that's a little bit unique for us.
And there will be a test, so you got to know what each of those are.
Yes, all wrinkle relaxers. We do a lot of that. And just everything coming back to taking the lemons of aging and making lemonade. So building confidence, whatever someone tells us, this is what makes me not want to take a picture with my family anymore. It's like, let's help you with that because we want you to be there for your family. We do dermal filler, which includes lip filler, jawline, cheek, marionette, nasolabial fold dermal filler, and we also carry Radius, which is a collagen stimulating filler, and so that's pretty unique about us here. And then we do laser treatments, so laser skin treatments. My best analogy for intensive skin treatments that we do here that I use with patients is telling them it's kind of like going to the dentist. Okay, so people want to come in, maybe they want to work on a dark spot on their face, and so we say, we can do an IPL or maybe our Pico treatments, a series of treatments, but what you have to do is you have to go home and you have to wear your sunscreen every day, and we want you to be on some vitamin C or retinol or, some, not all of these things, but we need to make a plan so that you're going home and you're brushing your teeth every day, you're using your skincare, and then you're going to your dentist for specialty cleanings, and you're coming to us for specialty treatments, every few months or, once a year or whatever we get you to. But that's kind of the analogy, is going to the dentist that I use with treating skin conditions. So we treat everything from dark spots to redness, rosacea. We treat all kinds of things such as dark spots, redness, wrinkles, of course, some skin tightening, but extreme skin tightening we usually send out to plastic surgery for facelifts and things, but not everybody wants surgery. And so we do microneedling. Once again, another analogy I use with patients, it's kind of like aerating the grass. So we're using needles, we do use numbing cream, and we are really improving the oxygen to the skin and the blood flow, which helps with your collagen because we lose a lot of collagen as we age, and that makes more wrinkles, which people don't like. So Botox filler, laser treatments, microneedling, chemical peels are our specialty here right now.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome. So you've obviously got different rooms and different stuff back there too, but I guess what would be, as we're talking about it, what would be one piece of advice of things that somebody can do either buy here, because as I'm looking on over here to the left, there's a lot of products and things that you guys sell here. I'm assuming you sell them. Mm-hmm. So what would be something that they can get and utilize at home and kind of do that preventative care or preventative maintenance, if you will? And what would that look like for you guys here?
Let me just grab one so I can use a little prop.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab one so I can use a prop here. So yes, we do have a wall of ZO medical grade skincare, and yeah, so we talk about your skin concerns, and I have different kits, or sometimes, and a lot of times it's just personalizing it to your skin. This is the anti-aging program, and there's one for brightening, for redness, which we talked about, for acne, those kinds of things. So we just, one of the biggest things we focus on here is just personalizing it to you, trying to meet you at your goals, and offering you great skincare that is backed by clinical trials.
Oh, that's awesome. So what would be, I guess, just kind of curiosity, would be, what is your age group that you're kind of looking for? Because, right, I'm thinking back to, like, you've got high school and pubescent years and things that way, all the way up to wrinkles and everything else in that way. So what are you guys kind of looking for as far as this area?
Yeah, so I'd say our biggest population of individuals is the 40-year-olds, kind of when we realize that collagen elastin is a lot less than it was when we were 20 years old. But we do, some lip enhancements on people in their 20s and even 70-year-olds. So, we lose a lot of volume, that we can help with filler and some tightening and those skin conditions. So, usually we start seeing sun damage in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s on up. But I'd say generally we see a lot of 40-year-olds, but, down to, we do treat 18 and above. So we keep it to, you sign your own consent, sure. Then we'll treat you. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
A little bit of acne treatment with our minors, but then a parent is involved. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, that's kind of what I figured. With all the skincare, that was acne would be one. But all right, so I think just because we've talked a lot about the treatments and stuff, I think this is a good opportunity. So how does somebody get a hold of you? Let's say they're watching this video today. Do they call in? Do they go online? Do they email? How do they get a hold of you, and how do they follow what you guys do here?
So we're very active on social media, but if they want to schedule an appointment or ask questions, asking questions a lot of times is best to call us, but we do have a pretty open and honest about our pricing and what we offer here on our website. So our website is a good resource, and you can also schedule online, which most of our patients enjoy the convenience of scheduling appointments from their couch. So that's a great way to see your schedule and our schedule at the same time.
Do you want to give the number? Or
sure.
Website and everything?
Yeah, so our website is just www.lemonadeaesthetics.com, and the phone number here is 785-274-9015.
All right, so Ashley, you've been in business for 3 years now.
Yeah.
Not a couple. But you've been in business for 3 years now. What has been your, that moment in time, that moment where you were like, I helped that person. Again, I'm going to call it the proudest moment, or your biggest, oh my gosh, this was amazing, right? What has been that moment for you?
Yeah, there's definitely been some really proud, exciting moments for us and for our patients. A couple that come to mind is just, finishing up a lip filler and dermal filler of the face is very rewarding because you can see it right away after you put it in. And so when that patient picks up the mirror and then just starts crying because they didn't have any cheeks and they haven't had cheeks for 20 years and now they have a cheekbone again, or we're not changing the bone structure, but they have the cheek and that dimension again. And so that almost brings us to tears too. But, another memorable moment for us was a patient who I kind of mentioned earlier who said, I don't want to take pictures with my family anymore because of these wrinkles, and I just don't know if this is right for me. And then to have them see them on social media with their family, and that's just really warms our heart.
That's awesome. That's really cool. And that's got to be a moment that's just oh my gosh, this is why I do this kind of stuff, right? That's really
Absolutely.
Cool. That's really cool. So to change gears on you a little bit, the future of Lemonade, right? So the future of Lemonade Aesthetics, what does that look like for you guys? Is that, for growth? Does it look like staying the same and being your boutique? What does that look like for you?
You never really know, right? And so we're just really enjoying embracing what we have right now as a small business, boutique-y style medical aesthetics. And so we don't know what the future holds.
Sure.
But we do I just kind of give it up to God and let Him guide us. So we'll just see with your continued support where we go.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, so before we kind of wrap up, I'm going to give you one more chance to kind of give your contact information, all that kind of stuff. I always make sure that's out there in the video enough times. So I'm going to give you one more chance to give that out. But more importantly, what I want to know, and what I always ask a lot, I ask this question a lot with a lot of business owners, because we get a lot of people that watch this, just kind of curiosity, right? What would be your biggest piece of advice? You've been in business for 3 years. What would be your biggest piece of advice for any aspiring entrepreneur, struggling entrepreneur, or just an entrepreneur in general? What would be your biggest aha moment or biggest piece of advice that you would give to them?
If you're considering it, just do it. Because it's wonderful. There's going to be hills and valleys, but just do it. But also, make sure that you take time for the things that you're passionate about too, because as a business owner, you can get sucked into running your business 24/7. And so for me, making time for my family and saying, I've got to take this vacation. I've got to go spend time with my little kids. And so just a balance between work and life can be blurred some as a business owner. So just make sure that you set those boundaries, and that'll definitely help you be more happy. Well, be happier as a business owner.
No, I love that. That's so many times, so often people get stuck into that, like, oh, I got to grind, and you forget to enjoy the moments, right? I know you have young kids too, but enjoy those moments with the family and enjoy that time with it, because that's why we do the business, right? We do the business to help people, more than likely, but we also do the business to support our families and spend time with them. So that's crazy, crazy important. I love that one.
Yep.
All right, so one more time, what is your contact information? How do they set appointments? How does anybody watching this get a hold of you guys?
Yeah. So I'm Ashley Oliphant, nurse practitioner, owner here at Lemonade Aesthetics Spa and Clinic. And we also have nurse practitioner Barbie Williams. And you can book with us on our website. It's www.lemonadeaesthetics.com, or give us a call at 785-274-9015.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Is there anything else you'd like to add to the video before we kind of wrap it up?
I think I'm good. I appreciate you having me today.
Yeah, of course. So thank you guys so much for watching, and Ashley, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. It's been enlightening. I'd say that. I love what you guys are doing here, and I love the idea of staying small and staying that boutique right now and letting God take the way is a great way to answer that question that I asked. I love that, because we don't know what that future brings. So I love that you guys doing there. So you guys come in to check out Lemonade Aesthetics. They're over here at 2505 Anderson, Suite 104, down here down off the side of Anderson there. It's a pretty great little spot. It's really bright in here. It's really great in here. I promise you will not be disappointed, and you're always met with a smiling face here. So, but thank you guys so much for watching this one. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoy this content, and if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that little bell so you get notified of next week's video. And then, as always, please, if you know somebody or have somebody who's just thinking about it or something of that fact, share this video with them. Share the video with them about Lemonade Aesthetics and what that looks like, and get them taken care of. And maybe they come in and take a look at this place and just come in and say hi. Because I promise you, just coming in and saying hi to Ashley, and I know Kylan's in the back there, but come in and say hi to Ashley and Barbie and Kylan. They'll get you taken care of, and they'll make sure that you guys have a great experience here at Lemonade Aesthetics. So again, thank you so much for watching. Ashley, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
See you guys next time.